Happy Saturday, my royal family. Hope everyone is doing okay. I just wanted to come on real quick and show you this butternut squash before I actually do the video, so you guys can see what a butternut squash is. I had a friend of mine ask me if I knew how to make butternut squash soup, and I said no, which I didn't. But today I'm going to bring you guys along with me, and I'm going to attempt to do a butternut squash soup. So stay connected. I'll be right back. I am back, you guys. Little hoarse, sorry for that. But as I had shared earlier, I'm going to do a butternut squash soup. A friend of mine asked me if I knew how to do it, and I was like, no, but I will try. So anyway, I want to show you here. It's really kind of simple, but I'm going to try to get the flavors right. That's what kind of make a butternut squash soup. Okay, so I had a medium butternut squash, and I peeled it, and I cored it, and I ain't gonna say dice, kind of left it in large chunks. Let me show you here. Okay, this is the butternut squash that I did. So I kind of just, kind of put it in kind of nice chunks. And I found when you're doing a butternut squash soup, you want to add celery and apples. I know apples sound a little strange, right? But it really gives it a very kind of a sweet tart. It really kind of balances out the butternut, because to me, butternut squash really don't have any flavor. So I did 2 tart apples, and I'm sorry you guys, I can't even remember the name of the apples, but they're kind of sweet and tart, so I kind of diced those like I did the butternut squash. And I also did 1 celery stalk. So I just kind of chopped those up like that. And I had them sitting in water, until I started the video. And you guys, please be careful with the butternut squash. It is really hard to cut. So make sure there are no fingers in the way, please. So now I'm just going to drain the water off of this. You drain it off. Okay. I've drained the water off. See, that color is so pretty, right? The yellow, the green, the white. And I'm going to put it in this pot right here. You want to make sure you have enough room for everything to boil. So make sure your pot is large enough. So I'm just going to pour it in here. Get all that goodness. And of course, I am going to do some salt. So I'm going to say, let's do a teaspoon. I think I'm kind of getting good at this. So that's a teaspoon of salt. It's said to add a garlic clove, but for me, I don't know about that. So once we puree the soup, and if I feel like it needs garlic, I'm going to add a small amount of granulated garlic. Okay, so I'm just going to fill this pot up with water, not all the way. Just fill it past where your vegetables stop. And I'm going to boil it. I'm going to say probably 20 to 25 minutes. If it takes longer, I'll come back and tell you guys. But after it boils and the butternut squash get far tender, we're going to drain it. Then I'll come back and show you what to do. Now, this will be my first time, so if it turn out a hot mess, it will be live and unedited. All right, you guys, stay tight. I'll be back soon. All right, you guys, my royal family. Told you this was my first time. And guess what I did? I forgot to add half of an onion. So I already put it in the pot. But please remember to add your celery, your tart apples, your butternut squash, and a half of an onion. Okay, now I got all the ingredients in here for sure. And don't forget the teaspoon of salt. All right, let this baby cook. Okay, my royal family, it took about 30 minutes for the squash, the celery, and the onions and the apples to get fork tender. So I just set them over here and kind of let them drain. Okay, I want to show you guys. They're really smoking. I mean, they just come off. So it took about 30 minutes. So what we're going to do, we're going to put it in here. And you have to remember, you have to be careful when you're blending. Well, this is going to blend for me. Something that's hot. And this actually has a top that opens up so I can let some of the heat come out. Okay, let's put that in here. I'm not going to add any liquids yet because I want to see where it's going to take me as far as the consistency. Okay, I haven't used this in a while, guys, so hang on. Let me pause for a moment. Too bad. I hope you guys can see this. Okay, now let me turn it on. Okay, it is doing its magic. See the steam on that? Look. Remember I told you? Just let me go work. Thanks so much for subscribing and all of my new subscribers. And I've also found some wonderful channels, which I am so grateful for, that has some awesome cooking. Okay, let me turn this off to see where I'm at. Okay. Now I'm going to add my liquid. You see? Pureed it pretty nice. Alright, let's put this back on. As I stated, you guys, it's my first time making butternut squash soup. I think it'll be okay, but we'll soon find out. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to add 1 cup of chicken broth. I'm going to start adding the broth, and let me just see how the consistency is. And just for a little creaminess, just a little, and this is whole milk, so I'm not going to add much to it. So let's turn it on, and just a little. Oh yeah! I think that did it, know, something can look pretty, but if it tastes bad, it's like, okay. All right. Now this is where I'm going to start out with my flavors. Let me unplug in case I cut it on. Well, it wouldn't come on anyway without the top. All right, so let's just pour this in here, which is beautiful. And for me, I am thinking it's going to need a little curry powder. That's me. But I'm going to give this a taste. Oh my God, you guys. This is so freaking beautiful. It's hot, but I want you guys to see this. Look at that. And it's so creamy. Ooh. Now I just hope it tastes good. All right, hold on. Let me check it out. I might like butternut squash soup. Hey, that is pretty darn tasty. But I will say this. I am going to need more salt, more black pepper, and yes, I do need some garlic powder. So let's do another teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna say 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Then you guys, I'm gonna try it with this curry. For some reason, I just think it needs some curry powder. Hope I don't mess up the whole bowl, but I am about to see. I really want a pinch of this because, you know, you guys, this is really strong. So let's see what we're working with. Let's go for it again. Oh, forgot to add the garlic powder. Wow. Okay, let's do this. Teaspoon. Yeah. I don't think I want too much, but let's check it out. I'm a bad mama jamma. This is so good to me. Hey! First time making it, and I got it right. Woohoo! Oh yeah, baby. This tastes wonderful. So I'm going to show you guys how to present it on your table. I'm going to bowl it up for you, and I'll come right back. Oh, I got a winner. Yay! Aren't you happy when you try something for the first time and get it right? Oh yeah. Be right back, you guys. Hang on, I'm gonna plate it up. Bowl it up, brother. All right, my royal family, I am finished. Here is the butternut squash soup, and I topped it off with some pancetta, bacon, you know, for a kick of that saltiness, and just a little celery leaf that I put in it. But you guys, I did it. This was my first time, and it is wonderful. Also, add 1 tablespoon of butter, melt it, and then add it to the soup, and it gave it an extra richness. But again, you guys, first time I made butternut squash soup. Please try out this recipe, especially if you like butternut squash. Again, thank all my new subscribers. God bless you guys. And I'm coming back with something sweet, ooey gooey real soon. Bye, you guys.